Rewane.
Kia ora everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. We are going to be making our rewane bread out of our rewane bug. By now you should have been getting your bug all set. You've got your original plus your starter bug. This is my starter bug in here. Yeah, all bubbly, can you see that? All smells a little bit like Parmesan cheese. Stinks actually. A rewane bread is almost like a sourdough bread, eh daughter? Yeah, a lot like a sourdough bread. So we're just going to mix our bug up, which we've got here, our starter, all ready to go, and we're going to mix it up with some plain flour. Now I've got the measurements, I've already put the measurements up and things like that. So don't look at how I'm going to measure mine, okay? Actually, I'm just going to tip it in like this, because I just am. Right. So what I normally do basically is just add enough flour to the bug to make a soft dough. Now this is a different sort of bread too. I just need to confess as well. My two bugs that I made like the last couple of weeks, carked it. They died, like totally died. And I just couldn't figure out what I'd done wrong. They started off absolutely beautiful and fluffy and wonderful, and I thought it was all love, peace and mung beans. And then the next day they completely died. So I figured out that you need to put them in the hot water cupboard. If you've got a hot water cupboard, pop it in there and keep it nice and warm. It wasn't warm enough here. While it was warm during the day and warm during the evening, at night time when all the appliances and heaters and things like that were turned off, it died. So, whoop, a yogurt maker. That's what I'm doing mine in. And it absolutely loves a yogurt maker. Instead of putting the water up too high, I just barely let it touch the bottom because I don't want it to kill it. So I put hot water into here and then put my bug into there, and the bug loves it. It is like cozy, warm, and the perfect environment for it to grow. Remember that if you're going to do any sort of bug, any sort of bug like this, it needs food, which is sugar. It needs warmth, which is the water that's added to it, and also the potato as well. I don't know what part that is. Right, so I'm going to add this to my flour and mix this up. Now, I made one earlier this morning, and it is quite a firm bread. It is not a soft bread. I've heard people adding a little bit of yeast to it. You know, just that's their kaupapa. And we haven't done that yet, so we're just going to keep it as pure as we can. Add a little bit more flour, the special measurements of mine. My cousin calls it my ho-hum measurements, and she's pretty much right. And then I'm just going to mix it to a soft dough. Now, when I proved it, so after I finished mixing it up and things like that, I molded it into a bowl, which I'll show you, and I left it in a warm place and to rise, and it took hours to rise. Not like a normal yeast bread, which might take like 3/4 of an hour to double its size. It didn't double its size, but it did rise, but not a lot. So just be aware of that. So that should just about do. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a massage in here. Yeah. To a soft but not sticky dough. So let me get that organised. I'm going to put it into another bowl and show you what that looks like in a moment. See you soon. Right. Okay, so here's my dough, and I've not really kneaded it because I'm not really a needy sort of girl. I am a little bit needy. Maybe, you know, maybe that's it. Maybe the process is that we need it. Look, I am a rewane, like a pure rewane bread girl novice. I really am. So we're learning together. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do. It's nice and tidy, and I've got my bowl which I've cleaned out, and I'm just put a bit of just plain canola oil in there, just so that it won't stick. Okay, so we're going to pop this lovingly in here and pretty much forget about it, literally. So like I said, the one that we did this afternoon took hours before it made any sort of movement, and I pulled it out and kneaded it again just for a little bit and popped it into our loaf tin. So let's see how it goes, eh? Let's learn together. So I'll see you tonight. Okay, right, I've got my big bowl here, which I use as a big water bath. I've got my shower cappy toppy thing. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Just to keep it nice and warm in there. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of bath with some hot water and leave it in there and coax it to come alive and get big and fluffy. Wish us luck. And then we'll come and see how she looks in another hour or so. And cover it up. This loaf in at about 6 o'clock. And it's nice and cooked. Listen to the crunch. Yeah, some people think it's a bit overcooked, but I like it this way. This is how I chose. Probably 5 minutes, a bit too much. But it's all good. It's all good. So I like it. So I'm going to give it a cut. And see how it looks. Let's have a look. Ooh, look at that. Not too bad. It's quite a dense loaf, but you know, it's a nice, smells good, eh?
It does smell good.
Yum. Yeah. So that is our rewane bread. That's our rewane bread. Took way longer than a normal loaf of bread, but well worth it. Flavour. I made one this morning. How was the flavour, daughter?
It was bomb.
Yeah. What did it taste like?
Rewane bread.
Rewane? Sort of reminded me of like a sourdough loaf. So, and there we go. We're just going to pop a bit of butter on it because that's what it's all about. So this is our recipe for the week. I'm going to keep trying to tweak my bug and things like that so that I can get it a bit more fuller, and we'll see how we go. If you've got any ideas on how you've done yours, give us a yell, okay? Let us know how you go. Anyway, hope you guys are well. Take care of each other. Don't forget to keep saving money for your food storage cupboard, okay? $5 a week is all you need. Go and get what you can with your $5 and keep that kai aside for your food storage cupboard, away from the normal food that you have for the week, okay? And it will build up. I promise you it'll build up and it'll be worth it. Okay, take care of each other, look out for each other, and we'll see you soon. Ka kite anō.